We are all born for love. 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 We are all born for that love. And it is the principle of existence and its only end. This is a quote written by an English writer called Benjamin. My beloved, a person who does not love can never and he cannot belong to God. Why? Because God is love. That is what the sacred book makes us to understand in the book of John, 1 John 4:8. It stated there that he who does not love does not know God. He does not know God regardless of his religion. He might be a Christian, he might be a Muslim, he might be a traditionalist, he might be Hindus, he might be Buddhist, he might be Sikhish, it might be Jewish, it might be Baha, it might be Jain, it might be Shinto, it might be Toais, it might be whatever. It does not know God. Do you not know that to be truthful in whatsoever you are doing to yourself and to the people is what makes you a godly person, a godly woman, a godly man? Whatsoever you are involved yourself, when there's truth in it, is what makes you a godly person. Oh, you didn't know. To be godly, it means you must be honest. You must be honest as a leader, as a businessman, as a whatsoever leader you might be. You might be a governor, you might be a president, you might be a senator, you might be a minister, you might be what a business, you might be whatever. To be honest is what makes you a godly person. To be just is what makes you a godly person. To be pure, because God is pure. Do you know that we are all created in God's image and likeness? This is why you and I must learn how to be a replicant of God's character, God's nature, the nature of God. Does he lives in you? So to be pure is what makes you a godly person. To be pure in heart, in whatsoever you involve your hand, are they not dirty, or are they, how pure, how does he interpret pure? Whatsoever that is whatsoever that is lovely is God. So to be lovely is what makes you to be godly, because God is love. I will also come to that. Are you in any way involve yourself, support what is good in your community, in your nation, in the world, what is good? You know what the opposite of good is bad. Promoting what is bad for the people for the fact that you want to get money from it, it does not make you a godly person, regardless of your religion. As I have said, you said you want to be godly. Yes, you want to walk in the nature of God. You want to replicate the character and the nature of God. You deny yourself from food for many days, for months, and say you don't want to eat. And after all of that, you still find yourself not promoting peace, not supporting love, not promoting love in a society. How does that have to be godly? It's not godly. It means you are just a religious fool. Today, especially in Africa, religion has become a weapon of mass destruction. Religion become a tool for slavery, oppression. In the name of religion, people are being subjugated to slavery, to oppression, intimidation, bullying, fear. And there's no fear. There's not supposed to be fear in love. Fear. terrorization. How can you deny yourself of food for many days and people are still deeply hurt about your devilish action against them? Nation is big, they deeply hurt. People are crying daily because of your action. How does that interpret godliness or the nature of God? That your action you took that attracts severe punishment to the citizens, to the people, to your people, your own people, God's own people. I told you we are all created in God's image and likeness. Because of your action, people are deeply in pain today. In the name of the God, what you are using in the name of God to do against people. People are hurt. They are crying, using the name of God to do. In the name of God, use mentioning the name of God in vain. People are deeply hurt, crying, weeping, so frustrated. In your own society, in your own nation, your own society, your own generation. In your generation, people are deeply asking God and say, God, where are you? They are frustrated. They are angry. And say, God, why are you forsaking us? Because of you, and you are denying yourself of food. And you does not know that denying yourself from food is supposed to interpret the nature and the character of God. You cannot be a replicant of God's nature, of God's characteristics, of God's love, without also be part of his kingdom. He is our king, he is a king. While we are his children, we are royal priesthood, a particular people, a holy nation. It's him that make us queens and kings. We are not slaves. And any religion that subjugates you to be slave to one another is not godly. It's not from God. So we inherit the kingdom of God. We are heirs of his kingdom. Because children always inherit the nature and of their father. So the nature of God and the image of God, we cannot inherit the nature and the image of God without also inherit the kingdom. He is our Father. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be